Hey guys, welcome back. Day 132 of doing a Devo every day, and we are going to be back in John 12, and it is Jesus anointed at Bethany. Let me read for y'all. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of this perfume. But one of the disciples, Judas, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As the keeper of the money bag, he used to keep himself to what was put into it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came, not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well, for on account of him many Jews were going over to Jesus and believing in him. We went over Lazarus in his sort of resurrection, that Jesus brought him back to life, and he's back with Lazarus. And Mary, Lazarus' sister, brings out a jar of expensive perfume and she pours it on Jesus' feet and she wipes his feet with her hair, a sign of respect that she's doing this, cleaning his feet. And Judas, the person who later betrays Jesus, is like, why don't you give this to the poor? And that's what it says there. It's not true in his heart that he believes that. He's trying to keep the money to himself. And Jesus says, leave her alone. It was intended that she says, save this perfume for the day of my burial, which he is foreshadowing that he's about to die. He says, you will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. And it's just a moment to take in what they had in front of them. It was Jesus, God in the flesh, and they did not always have him. He would be crucified on the cross, and Judas was worried about the money being given to the poor, which is always an issue, but Jesus is king and he solves those issues, and he can help those people. And there will always be the poor that will be among us, and what we can do is we can help them get the tools that they need to get out of the place, the struggle that they might be in. And Jesus can be part of that. It's certainly not the only thing that can help someone in a bad situation. There are a lot of things that can help someone in a bad situation, but Jesus and having faith in him is definitely a large part of that. So that's a takeaway that you can take away from this is Jesus can help those people.